10th through the 15th, and the topic is animal remains and lives. I guess everyone has heard the question by now since I'm on Friday, but I'll read it anyway. What are your thoughts on using animal remains in pagan-themed art as well as ritual tools? What are your thoughts on working with the spirit or essence of what remains with the animal remains after death? Things to consider: respect to the lack thereof of the deceased animals, where they get their remains from, roadkill from people who hunt anyway but don't use the bones, hunting themselves, and of course laws protecting and or restricting collection of ownership of certain animals in certain countries and between the states. Wow, that's a big question. Not a lot of question marks, but it's an interesting question, but this part of the question, it's not my path. I don't use, in any of my ritual work, I don't use any animal bones as tools. It's not my practice. There's a lot of paths that in your Haitian and some other, I'm not sure. I know there are paths that do bone work. It's more voodoo-y than I do. I carry leather. I'm not a vegan or a vegan or anything, and I use animal parts, but not from my animals. When one of my animals dies, I do a ritual. I don't keep anything. I don't work with animal spirits or essence. So really, it's not my path. I can't answer it. I don't know very many pagans that do this, but it's not my path. Obsessed 509 asks, what is your opinion on past animal lives? Do you believe that can influence you in your current life? And I don't know. Q-Witch had this clarified, and she thought it was more of what is your opinion of past animal lives? I don't know what, I don't really understand the question, because I know I've had a past life. I don't think it was as an animal. And if I did know that, it probably would influence me in my current life. I think our past lives, whatever they are, who they are, influences. I don't think we know. Sometimes when I'm just real frustrated or something really keeps happening that shouldn't, I'm repeating a lesson I haven't learned well, I blame it on my past life. I go, well, I must not have learned that lesson well in my past life. But I don't think I was an animal. And it's not something I talk about in my circle or even have pondered that long. It's an interesting question, but I haven't done any past life regression like a lot of spiritual people do. I don't want to. I think what I'm doing in the here and now is just more important, and that's what I do. These were interesting questions. I wish I could elaborate more, but I have animals, but they're not part of my tools, they're not part of my work. This gave me a lot to think about. I wish I could be more helpful, but I can't be. So, feather out, peace and love.